mock analysis of the Saturday mock test done on 29th May, and this is the TAT analysis for one of the aspirant, Ritesh. So Ritesh, I will be flashing one picture on the screen, and after that you have to read your story that you have written. Once your story is complete, I'll show you another picture, and after that, once the I will switch to the screen of your writing, then you start reading the second story. Once you will be
Yes,
through
sir.
all the stories, after that I will going to do the analysis and will understand how you have attempted the same. So
Yes, sir.
over to you, Ritesh, and here is the first picture. You can go with the story. Start.
Yeah. Ritesh Tandon is an engineering student in his summer vacation when he went to his uncle's home. Once he saw his cousin brother studying, and soon after, when he came there, found that his cousin felt sleepy. And in this, Ritesh told some knowledgeable and important points: how to study and how to manage stress and the fatigue of studying. Thus, this made their relationship more strong, and Ritesh came back to his home again to went to his college.
Okay. So let's go to the next picture. Here is the next picture for all of you. All the aspirants viewers can see this. This is the picture. And now let's go to the story part. Second story, start.
Karan is an engineering student in his college. Many times they celebrate such functions to enjoy and keep relaxed. In in this mainly in this many bad habits things are also done by few. In this time, one of the Karan's friend is somehow engaged and was hiding this from them. So here Karan catch him smoking. Karan advised very friendly and peacefully as a brother to stop all these things. They are ultimately going to harm you. Yes,
Done?
yes, sir.
Okay. Let's move on to the third story. Okay. Let's go to the next.
Yes. Veer is an engineering student. Once he was returning back to home. On the way, he found that a car and a cart has met an accident, and their man of cart is harshly injured. Thus, few of the people started to click pictures, and we rushed near that man and tried to analyze what is the condition. And man was alive and heartbeat and breathing was on. Thus, we along with the this is incomplete, sir.
Next picture. Let's go to the reading part. Start.
Shaurya, Shaurya is an engineering student. He many times has so many things to study due to the assignments and the curiosity to study. Thus, visiting to library is quite often to him. Here, once he was reading some context in the library, then he found that few of his batchmates were misusing the materials as by tearing some pages and all. Thus, Shaurya reached near to them and politely made them to understand the importance of all these materials Thus, they all went to their work.
Okay,
That's
next.
all.
This is the picture. Let's go to the reading part.
Ram is an engineering student. Now, he has went for a research project in the nearby village on the riverside to test few of the properties of water available there and for the further usage and utilization purpose in needs of us. Thus, a lady came also, a lady also came there while she taken a and pot of water for drinking purpose. He asked that what is the condition he asked that what is the condition of this water as per your experience till date, and after all the inquiries Ram went to his college thanking the lady.
Okay, let's go to the writing.
Aryan is an engineering student. Now he has planned along with his few friends to have a survey in for a idea startup idea he have, and for this they need opinion of peoples. Thus, for this, one of the place to visit is railway station, and by taking the platform ticket, they all went and started their work. Thus, by the end of the day, they successfully collected views of 1,000 people.
Okay. Technically, I would like to arrive to the final picture of yours, and then with the analysis, because you will get to understand uh, what you have written, Ritesh. With this as an assessor, I even might not be reading all your stories. There even might not be even need to read that, because something I can easily very pick up very peculiarly about your personality, right? Okay. So what I would do here is, still we will going to do go with your stories, but just for your understanding I'm telling you, could be possible that I might not even read your all stories because I am able to pick up very peculiarly about your personality. But we'll go with that so that I can give you that analysis, right? Let's go with the
Yes,
next.
sir. Akash is an engineering student. Here, when he was returning back to his home, found that a grocery seller was doing something wrong with two ladies as they were quarreling very vibrantly. So here he asked about it and then it to them and came to know that the seller was not returning few change, and thus to solve this dispute asked seller to do it. But the seller refused and tried to beat Akash. Thus, for the self-defense, Akash grabbed his hand, and thus the issue got resolved after with words.
Okay, next, let's go with start.
Kapil is an engineering student here. When he has been to the riverside to have some good memories and to relax, he saw that a boy was floating, and to some to some he to same he arranged with help of pot boys to save, I think. To save, he arranged with the help of hot boys a rope and tube. Thus, along with the tube, tried tried tied with rope, Kapil jumped into the river and successfully saved that guy. Thus, it was a valuable visit for Kapil.
Next, start.
Anuj is an engineering student. Once in Diwali vacations, he needed to vent his house, and with the bus, so there were, were when he was on the way near to the bus station, found that a crowd. On moving there, found that a boy was lying. He inquired about it to people there. No one know his. Thus, he analyzed that body and tried finding some contact details to inform. Here, he called police along with the contact found on the body.
Okay, next, start.
Akhil is an engineering student and currently is there in his home. In vacations, he sees that one of his cousin was wearing party wear to go in a marriage party, but he was not able to dress up properly. Here, Akhil seen and explained him about personality of a gentleman and importance of wearing clothes. Thus rectified the wearing, and thus his cousin and Akhil went in the marriage party. Ishwar is an engineering student and once, by his curiosity, interest, and topic of research, he went nearby bridge to analyze its architecture, strength, nearby bridge to analyze its architecture, strength, and to see the practical applications of all the studied things. One of his friends was also with him, helping. Thus, when they came back after making the notes, they shared this with the classmates to have to have any learning and with the respective professor.
Okay, the last blind picture. Go with the blind story.
Ritesh is an engineering student. One is class. When a lecture was going on, suddenly a boy interrupted in between to professor and said that I'm not enjoying it, sir. Your way is too boring. Please try to teach us in a better way. Here, Prof tried to understood. Prof tried to understood area. Prof tried, sir, just a minute. I will read. Prof tried to understood this thing. Then Ritesh explained in a polite way to professor that it is a bit difficult, sir, actually, while listening to a single topic constantly. So we should have a discussion with you as an interacting class.
Okay, all right, Ritesh.
Yes,
See,
sir.
TAT analysis is the second thing which I'll tell you, but one thing I can give you as a surety that surely the engineer fraternity will going to give you an award.
Sir,
इंजीनियर्स तो
sir,
भाई तेरे को अवार्ड बहुत बढ़िया
sir, one thing, sir.
इंजीनियर इंजीनियर्स को जितना इंजीनियर्स की जितनी सताई गई है तूने उतना ही उनको ऊपर झाड़ पे चढ़ा दिया इंजीनियर तेरे को बहुत बढ़िया अवार्ड देंगे यार ये वीडियो वायरल हो जाएगी ये देख ये वीडियो तेरे को ढूंढ ढूंढ के इंजीनियर तेरे घर पे आएंगे स्पेशल तेरे को ढूंढने के लिए ऑनेस्टली आई एम टेलिंग यू हाँ जी बोलो आप बोलो क्या बोल रहे हो रितेश बोलिए
Sir, I was thinking about this thing that I have written the same line in every story. First line was same. That's what I was thinking, sir.
You were, I don't know what you were thinking, but कुछ मिले ना मिले एसएसबी मिले ना मिले बट ये जरूर मिलेगा कि इंजीनियर्स अवार्ड देंगे तुम्हारे को बहुत बढ़िया what you are doing currently tell me what you are into your school engineering क्या कर रहा है भाई तू क्या कर रहा है
Sir, I am in currently IIT BHU, sir.
you are in IIT BHU
IIT BHU, sir.
ओ इंजीनियरिंग का
Yes,
लग
sir.
रहा है इंजीनियरिंग का लग रहा है फतूर एक्चुअली इंजीनियर्स की प्रॉब्लम ही यही है इंजीनियर्स को लगता है कि हम ही सब कुछ कर सकते हैं जिंदगी में होता उनसे कुछ ना हिलता उनसे कुछ नहीं है अच्छा नाउ जोक्स अपार्ट टेल मी वन थिंग वेरी ऑनेस्टली एंड वेरी प्रिसाइजली
Yes, sir.
in your friend circles and everywhere you are the person who always drive them as in you are always going forward
Yes,
and
sir.
driving them correct tell me yes or no
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the thing, sir.
your overall your overall personality can be very easily seen from this overall stories and with this overall personality one thing which can clearly be seen as don't take my words anything demotivate nahi hona usse accept the reality from your overall story I can see that you are a bogus leader who just speak but don't do anything आप पर्सनैलिटी का एनालिसिस भी इंजीनियर ने कर लिया ब्रिज का एनालिसिस भी उसने कर लिया और दुकान पे लड़ाई हुई उसका भी एनालिसिस उसने कर लिया इंसान गिरा हुआ था उसका भी एनालिसिस उसने कर लिया अरे भाई सबको एनालाइज ही करता रहेगा क्या या कुछ एक्शन भी होगा एनालाइज कर रहा है यू हैव जस्ट डन टू थिंग्स एनालाइज्ड एंड इंस्ट्रक्टेड देखो अब चलो अब लेट्स गो वन बाय वन स्टोरी नंबर 1 the biggest thing what is the point you are starting with your own name who asked you to start with your own name trying to self position yourself you are trying to boast about yourself आपको पहले दिख रहा है आप इतने self centered आदमी हो you are showing very clearly about your personality that I am too self centered then going to the next tell me one thing first of all with your because you will be writing I will get to know that you are coming from engineering background I can see that overall profession, your overall current thing which you are doing is completely obsessed. You are obsessed with that. There is a total obsession of that.
Yes, sir.
Next thing which I can say that in your third, there is no action, right? You are supposed to take action. There is no actions. You are just telling. And in your almost every story, how is it possible that every time other people go around or there is a problem in other thing and you jump in to solve that हर इंजीनियर की यही प्रॉब्लम उसको लगता है पूरी दुनिया खराब है और मैं उसको बनाऊं इंजीनियर करने के लिए ये इसलिए दिस इज द रीजन ऑनेस्टली मैं इंजीनियर को एक प्रोफेशन नहीं मानता मैं एक इंजीनियर्स को मैं कॉम मानता हूं ये बड़ी खास कॉम है और तुम भी उस कौम में से एक इंसान इतने बढ़िया हो कभी दिल पे मत लगाइयो यार मेरी बात मैं भी इंजीनियर हूँ दिल पे मत लगाइयो मैं भी इंजीनियर हूँ ठीक है ना
yes sir yes
so my dear the problem is this is a totally the overall SRT what you have written is impractical no sense and as I said earlier even the fact is the assessor will not even read these complete stories, because the reason is there is no use of reading it. But why I did it, just to make you understand. See, the Prashant, the overall idea, I'm so sorry, Ritesh, the overall idea, uh, after this analysis, though I have specifically told you the problem, there is no action. It is looking as if you are too self-centered person, always trying to guide people. But the biggest question is who you are to guide others. You are talking about personality. Have you done something in personality? You are talking about bridge. Have you made bridges? So you are always going and telling people how to do this, analyzing things. It looks as if कल को अगर फौज में हो गया तो तू कहेगा, जवानों को बोलेगा, हाँ जी जाओ, कूद जाओ, मैं ही खड़ा हूं. They don't need such leaders in Fauj. So the idea, what I want to say here is, Ritesh, you really, my dear, need to work on your personality. Very, very important. Let's get very, very sincere about your DLQ blueprint, daily life OLQ blueprint. Trust me, you need to really work hard onto it. And one thing I can tell you, if you will sincerely work onto it, honestly, that will also not help you in SSB, but that will really going to bring a real transformation within you in your overall life. And you need to break this overall mindset of yours. आपके माइंडसेट, आपके साथ एक दिक्कत है आपकी पर्सनालिटी में, आप लोगों की सुन बड़े कम सकते हो, आप सुन नहीं पाते लोगों की, और अगर आपके साथ का कोई होगा उसकी तो तुम कतई नहीं सुनोगे. मेरी तो मजबूरी में सुननी पड़ रही है ना, और मेरी मजबूरी में क्या, मेरे साथ तो तू जितनी साइंस निकालेगा मैं तेरी सारी साइंस उठा करके तेरे पास ही वैसी ऐसी लपेट दूंगा, फिर तेरे पास साइंस खत्म हो जाएगी. तो इसलिए मुझे तो आकर के तू मत्था टेक देगा कि ठीक है जी, आई सरेंडर. बट द पर्सनैलिटी इज नॉट रेडी टू डू, is not ready for the accepting things. It is not about that you are listening to me. The point is the personality has a blockage. Don't be too logical in your life that the personality becomes too. अपनी self centered self को छोड़, ये जो आई है ना, आई, इस आई ने तुझे पकड़ रखा है. Don't get too much particular on this I. हाँ जी रितेश.
One thing I am unable to find, sir. मतलब ये सेल्फ सेंटर्ड, मतलब ठीक है सर, आप बोल रहे हो, समझ रहा हूँ, बट जैसे कि बोलते हैं किसी को यू आर अ सेल्फ सेंटर्ड, मतलब उसका मतलब नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ सर.
सेल्फ सेंटर्ड का मतलब होता है when you want to, the idea is when you don't want to keep yourself into the situations, but you want to just comment onto the situations. Another thing, when you say that when you are only able to see your perspective and you cannot understand the other people's perspective, in that case what happens, you will always find yourself as the right, and you will somehow be able to prove yourself as right. See, this is the problem of the intellect na. Your intellect is very smart. So intellect is like, it will give some damn reason to prove that you are right. And moreover, when you have got the batch of IIT, so people will going to make you boast, वो तुम्हें झाड़ पे चढ़ाएंगे और तुम झाड़ पे चढ़ जाओगे. But the reality is, who will be at the loss at the end of the day? No one else. It will be you who will be at the loss. Forget about your current situation, where you are, what you are. The reality is, so for people like you who are having such a state, a strong tool for all of you if you really want to transform yourself. A strong tool for all of you if you can implement on that. Number one, just take a pledge to keep lot of Maun Vrat. Take a pledge to speak too less and become a very good listener. And third, just don't apply too much analysis and paralysis, just do the actions. That's it. 3 simple remedies. If you can really inculcate these 3 things in your life, with time you will find you will be able to transform yourself. When I say don't keep Maun Vrat or speak like that, that does not mean become dull in your life. Be lively. You are a lively person, remain lively. But with liveliness, speak very less. Become more a good listener with an attentive approach. And after that, apply less analysis and paralysis, just do the action. And last, something very important for chaps like you. Stop, do not guide a single thing until and unless you do not do it at your own. Don't even guide anything to anyone until and unless you don't do it by your hand. Because this actually becomes a big problem in our personality and we don't realize it. Ritesh, is that clear? What do we mean really by being self-centered?
Yes, sir.
Clear हो गया?
Yes, sir.
अभी ये वाली जो वीडियो है ना, ये कट करके निकलवाएंगे, ये तू पूरे आईआईटी में चलवा दियो, देख आईआईटी वाले सारे के सारे खुश हो जाएंगे यार, वो कहेंगे यार इतना नाम रोशन कर दिया इंजीनियर्स का। वो समझ नहीं पा रहा मैं क्या कहूँ। चलो, all right, so this was the analysis of one of the aspirant, Ritesh, and so this comes to the analysis of the TAT.